Good morning, this is Jack from Charlton Markets Crypto, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Friday, the 31st of October. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it and transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals, right? Just a quick announcement, as I've been mentioning for the last 3 days, we're moving over to a paywall on tomorrow morning. So basically the first paywall video and morning email is going to be on Monday, and after that these videos will be still be published on YouTube and publicly, but will be published after a delay of 3 days. All right, great. So let's have a look at crypto. Sorry, I got the wrong chart up. Okay. Interesting day in crypto. I did a post. I'm hoping everyone read it. But we're at an important inflection point here, and we're still in the inflection point on Bitcoin. The question I'm wondering about here is, can we get back over the weekly middle band on the weekly charts? And that we're currently 4,000 below. Not a huge effort, and we managed it last week from a similar position. We will see how that goes. In terms of the daily chart, no current divergence. We came back, we've been testing the 200 DMA, and so far that's holding-ish, although we've had a couple of closes below. But I'm leaning towards the bull side today, and we've got quite a nice looking setup for that, actually. So let's have a look at the hourly chart, where we've got an RSI 14 buy signal fix. These have a pretty good track record of making target. And we've also got, and I'll show you the 15-minute chart for the full view, this is a very nice looking potential inverse 10 shoulders. Left shoulder low, 105.8. Right shoulder low, 106.3. We've got a left shoulder, we've got a head, we've got a right shoulder, which is forming. And if we see a sustained breakup over about 116.5, this will have a target, minimum target, and a retest of the all-time high of 126.3. And I'm thinking that may well be what happens next. But we will see. This has been rallying weaker than the equities. If equity can't make any significant moves to the upside early next week, then, well, this may just fell downwards. And obviously, on the bigger picture, we've already got a double top, which is broken down with a target in the 88.3 to 89 area. Sorry, to 90 area. So we'll see. One or the other of those is going to play out. Solana, still holding the weekly middle band. Again, needs to rise a bit to avoid breaking it, but it's been holding it for 4 weeks. And at the moment, it's looking reasonably good to me to hold it for tomorrow. Here, we've got a big rising wedge, and we went and touched support on it yesterday. We've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on this trend line, which is something you don't see an awful lot. That could break today, but if it doesn't break, then with this still looks like a flag. A sustained break up over 215 would look for a retest of 253.58, and at the moment, the wedge resistance that it might be heading to, if we have found support here, is currently in about the 269 area. We could be heading off there. We will see. All right, looking at the hourly chart. Nothing really here in terms of short-term directional signals. Same with Ethereum. What we have got here is a compression. Now, after a decline, this compression would generally be bearish, but doesn't need to be. Quite often you'll see these break up. I'm wondering if this one is going to break up. If it breaks down, we should see a retest of 172.85. We will break that main rising support trend line, and we may break down from the larger head and shoulders that I've been looking at, which on a breakdown is kind of an apocalyptic move to a retest of the low here and 95.24. All right, looking at Ethereum again, needs to close over the weekly middle band, which wouldn't be a huge effort from here, as it's only very, very slightly below it at the moment. On the daily chart, no current divergence. Bigger picture, head and shoulders, which could break down here. Smaller picture, we've got a compression again, and this normally in this situation I'd be leaning bearish on this, and I think this might break down, but equally it might break up, and these quite often do break up. We shall see. All right, great. In that case, let's have a quick look at questions. That's a wrap. In which case, everyone have a great weekend. And the next, I'm going to send out an email at the weekend talking about the next one. I think we've been talking about moving this to 8:30, and I think they're going to do that from Monday. I'll be sending out a new link for the webinar, and I'll be sending out the links as I do with the emails from now on. All right, everyone have a great weekend, and take care.